In this video, we're going to cover the two topics of how to create a safe and conducive environment for your development discussions and how to ask great, powerful questions. Creating a safe space is key in order to have effective discussions. And one of the first steps to do that is to really exhibit that you have genuine interest in the conversation with your employee. These are personal discussions and sometimes have a lot of fear and uncertainty around them. You can't fake genuine interest, and your employees know when you don't have it. So truly get interested in your employee's career and make it visible. Once you have genuine interest, getting curious is the next step. Asking great questions that provoke insight and learning and retrospection in your employees. In addition to asking questions, it's about sharing as well and being vulnerable in that sharing. Sharing that your journey has had its struggles, that you've had difficult decisions. And while your journey may not be the same as your employees, it really shares the fact that these concerns and struggles are common amongst all of us, and your employee's not alone if they're feeling a little uneasy at times. As part of that, it's really allowing for that uncertainty to exist. Allow for exploration, allow for not knowing exactly what's going to happen. This isn't about perfection. And a lot of the first conversations are going to be around creating those first practical steps that allows your employee to understand the best ways to get from where they are today to where they want to be in the short and in the longer term. And lastly, it's about encouraging repetition. Letting your employees know that they can come back and continue to hone and refine this discussion, continue to receive feedback from you and give you feedback in regards to the progress of their development. So those are the key steps in creating a safe space. So let's double click into getting curious. Getting curious is around utilizing the aspect of inquiry. And inquiry is really attempting to understand others' thinking. It's getting out of your own head and into theirs. And that's really where you want to be the majority of the time that you're working with your employees on their development, in their head, understanding their space, getting to know what's important to them. Advocacy definitely plays a place here, and where we want you to use advocacy is truly as a gift, to advocate what you see as the strength in your employees. Be a passionate advocate for the things that they do well, and they'll be a great receptive to the feedback on areas that they can continue to do better. So let's take that down a step further. Often as managers, we feel this pressure that we have to have all the answers for our employees in these discussions. And that's just not true. It's truly about asking great questions and being an excellent guide. When an employee comes to you in these conversations, they're putting their trust and their faith in you. They're trusting that you know the territory that you're giving them advice on, that you have some kind of insight and experience that's going to help them on their path. Or that if you don't understand the territory, that you're going to be open and express the fact that you don't know it and connect them to someone who does. This is just as much about opening up your network to them as it is about opening up your internal knowledge to them. One key question that's going to help you to be the most effective guide for each employee is to truly ask them up front what type of route they want to take in their journey. Do they want to take the fast track? Do they want to take the scenic route? Is there a particular stop they want to make along the way? Understanding that up front is going to enable you to really give them advice and direction that's going to be most relevant to them. So what makes these powerful questions? These types of questions generate curiosity. They stimulate internal reflection, both for your employee and yourself. They help to surface assumptions and values that may not have been discussed openly in the past. And through doing so, they invite solutions and possibilities. A great way to tell if a question is powerful or not is if it generates both more energy and evokes more questions. So let's look at some examples of the types of questions that you can utilize in the next conversation with your employee. Hit pause, look at each of them, and pick 2 or 3 that you're going to bring into that next conversation.